All right, guys, ask a felon back with another one for you. Jump right straight to the questions. What was the judge like? My judge was he was a fair judge. He was probably one of the fairest judges you could get. I remember people used to tell me when I was in jail, they said that the judge, if his hair is messy that day, he's going to send you to prison. If his hair is nice, he's going to cut you some slack. Because he wore sweatpants, like jogging pants, and he would sit on at the computer. And while he's trying your case, he was sitting there ordering eBay stuff. He was on eBay. I got to know the judge eventually, and it's crazy because I got to know the judge who sentenced me. Matter of fact, it was after he sentenced me and I got out of prison, he's the one who ended up marrying me and my wife, which we're no longer together. But he ended up marrying me and her. I went and had breakfast with him a couple times. He was cool, so I got to know him. That's how I know he was sitting up there ordering stuff while he was trying the case. He would be trying your case, and on his computer screen where the prisoners sit or the jail people who's locked up sit, you can see the judge's computer screen. And he was going through buying antiques. He liked antiques. I found that out later on after I got out of prison, and I had breakfast with him a few times. And my wife knew him. She knew him before me and her ever got together. And I got with her right when I got out of prison, which is how the judge ended up. He sent me to jail one day, and I called. My brother was with me as I was getting arrested, and I kept telling him, call my wife, tell her he just arrested me. Well, the sheriff deputy who was taking me to jail that day kept saying, she ain't going to get a hold of him. He's in court. She ain't going to get a hold of him. He's in court. I told my brother, just call her and tell her. Sure enough, by the time that sheriff deputy had me over to the jail, he didn't even get the handcuffs off of me, and the judge called and told him to release me. They didn't even know what to do. I talked about this in another video. The jail was like, what do we do? Do we book him in and then release him or what? And he's like, I don't know. Newman just called and said, release him. Don't keep him. We're not keeping him. And that sheriff looked at me and he was like, boy, you wasn't bullshitting, was you? I was like, nope. I told you my wife was friends with him. Well, I ended up getting out, and then I went and he liked to gamble. He used to be he loved the casino. We have a casino here in our town. So for him doing me that favor and getting me out of jail, what I did was I went ahead and got him a couple gift cards for the casino out here, and then went and had breakfast with him and shit. And we talked. I got to know him. He was a good dude, really. I mean, that's how I know he liked antiques and what he was doing at the bench. But anyway, back to the story of how people said if his hair was messed up, he was getting sentenced and he was going to be hard on you. But if his hair was combed, you was going to get a break. Well, I remember the one time I went in front of him, he asked me, he was like, you know what they say about my hair? I'm like, yep, actually I do, Your Honor. I remember him asking me, he's like, how do you think my hair looks today? I said, I think it looks great. And the whole courtroom started laughing. And the judge even laughed and shit. And he cut me a break that day. That day he ended up letting in. He's done. He cut me forced that man's hand to send me to prison. Actually, I mean, he gave me every single alternative option there was to not go to prison, but I forced his hand. I ran 2 different times, turned myself in one time, made him catch me another time. So yeah, I mean, I forced that man's hand. He was a very fair judge, though. He would cut you even after I forced his hand to send me to prison. He handed me the maximum sentence, 20 years and 20 years. But he also gave me the option for if I completed this 9 month to a year program that I could file for a modification, and he would give me a modification, which he messed up my paperwork by missing one checkbox. But I eventually got that fixed, and I completed the program, got my GED, and did a couple other time cuts, and he modified me out after a few years. So my judge was a good judge. He was a down-to-earth, regular guy. Did the judge ever say something that really stuck with you? Yeah. There was something he said that stuck with me, and it still sticks to me this day. He told me, it's not that hard to live right. And, it's simple. It's a simple ass saying. It's very fucking vague and just basic, but it's true. It ain't that hard to live right. I mean, if you ain't doing drugs or nothing and you ain't breaking the law, it's not hard to live right. So that's something that always stuck with me. It's not that hard to live right. And he's right. Did I have a public defender or a private attorney? I had a public defender, but she was a badass public defender. She fought for me. She went above and beyond. Like I said in one of my other videos, even though I got sent to prison, I ended up sending her a big long thank you letter and telling her I appreciate how she treated me like a person and not like a fucking case number. Because for a public defender, I've hired attorneys after her that didn't do half as much, nowhere near as much for me as she did as a public defender. And, usually they say public defenders don't do shit for you. And that's what people were saying about her. They were saying, oh, she's a piece of shit. You're going to get hit with the book, blah, blah, blah. She's no good. But my experience, she was a badass attorney. She fought for me. First time I went in front of the judge, she told me she's going to let me talk. Because after talking to her for a while, she's like, I think I'm going to let you talk to the judge when we go and see how that goes. And if it don't go good, then I'll step in. And I think that might have been the day that the judge laughed after I told him I thought his hair looked good. But she was a good attorney. She even approached the bench after he sentenced me. And she's the one who got me the purposeful incarceration to where if I completed the program, that I got a modification. So she was a good ass attorney for a public defender. Do you feel like your lawyer understood your side of the story? Yeah, she was good. She understood it. I think that's why she fought so hard for me. Did I ever decide to take a plea deal? Yeah, I wish I would have never took the plea deal, but they offered it to me after I had done sitting in jail for 9 months. And the plea deal was get out tomorrow if you sign this plea. So I said, hell yeah, give it here. I'll sign it. I wish I would have never signed it, though, because I ended up violating it. It was a plea for drug court. How much pressure is there to accept the deal? There's pressure to accept a deal. They'll keep coming with a plea bargain. The last time I was in front of a judge, I kept telling them there's no chance for a plea. My attorney told him he ain't signing a plea. He's taking this to trial. And eventually, after a year of fighting it, they ended up just dismissing it because I kept telling them I'm not taking a plea. I'm taking this trial, taking this all-the-way jury trial. And surprisingly, one day, the last time I went to court, I went in there and they said, my attorney came and told me, he's like, they're dismissing this. I told him they didn't have a case from day one, which he's a lying piece of shit. He was a paid attorney too. He was trying to get me to take a plea bargain off the bat. And I kept telling him, I'm not taking a plea. Nope. I'm not taking no plea deals. I ain't signing down to nothing. I ain't doing it. But they ended up dismissing it too. So I think a lot of it's got to do with the attorney for sure, whether they're going to try or if they're going to treat you like you ain't shit, Did the sentence you eventually got match what you expected? In a way, yeah. I mean, I was expecting the worst, so that's pretty much what I got was the worst. But it surprised me the first 4 or 5 times I went in front of that judge, as many choices and chances as he gave me. Did you ever think you was going to beat the case? No, I knew I wasn't going to beat the case because I admitted to it. Now, the other cases I beat after that and before that, I expected to beat them. Did your family attend the court appearance? Yeah, but that's crazy because the day I got sentenced, I was told I was going to court at 9 a.m. So my family was there at 9 a.m. and they postponed it until 1 o'clock because the court was so packed. And my family stayed around until like 11 or 12 and I never came. So they ended up leaving. So when I did get sentenced to the 20 years, my family wasn't in the courtroom. And I think that has a big impact on it too, because every time my family was in the courtroom, that judge went easy on me. I think if the judge sees people there supporting you, he thinks you're a good person and you have to have something going on for people to care about you to be in court. But when you don't have nobody show up for court, because they ask you that, is there any family here today? Is there anybody here for support today? The judge asks you that, I think, for a reason, because if you ain't got nobody showing up in court for you, it just looks like you're a piece of shit that nobody cares about. That's just my opinion of what I think the judge thinks and why they ask, is there anybody in this courtroom for support today? To try to see, are you one of them who ain't got nobody showing up? Because I think it plays a big effect on how they sentence you too. How much of your case did you actually understand while it was happening? I didn't know nothing. I had no clue about how the court system worked for felonies. I knew how they worked for misdemeanors, but I didn't know how they worked for felonies. But with that being said, guys, it looks like my camera's freezing up and going slow. So hopefully this video turns out, at least the audio is pretty good. But with that being said, if you would, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends to subscribe. And with that being said, till the next one. See ya.